Howdy, folks. What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Uh, this is the second episode of Hanging with the Outlaw. This is the new name of this particular show that I'm doing. So I figured I had to come up with something other than just random titles for every show. And thanks to some of the viewers, I come up with a couple of good names for my shows. So tonight's Hanging with the Outlaw. Thursday night's the Shootout. So we're going to take it by ear from here on out. And now, here's a little update for you guys, anybody that might be listening out there. On the Thursday night show, I might be having to change that one over to a different night, mainly because my work schedule is about to change again. I don't know as of yet how it's changing, and I don't know when it's going to take effect. It could start as soon as this week. I'm certainly hope not, but it could. But we're going to see. We're going to just, let it go as it's going now and see what happens. So if I'm not here Thursday, you will know why. I will be at work. Nothing I can do about that. The boss makes the rules. Unfortunately, I'd love to be able to pick out my own schedule and, for that matter, my own pay rate. But he don't think either one of those are good ideas.
Yeah, but you'd have to be the boss then, and then you'd have to work 3 times as hard.
I don't mind being the boss. I have no problem with being the boss. I think I'd make a great boss, except for one minor little detail. I know a few of the employees that's there now that would not have a job after the first day of me being the boss. Because I do not put up with this no call, no show crap at work. It just drives me crazy. And there are a few there that does it on like a constant basis. So it is what it is. Night Strike has some news for us. Apparently,
no, we're not talking about that on air.
Oh, we're not talking about that on air.
No.
So okay, we will avoid that then.
That was just between you and me.
Well, okay. Should have made that perfectly clear earlier.
I should have, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, well, okay. Your privacy is your business, I guess. We can go with that. And if you decide to bring it up later, we can discuss it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say this: it'd be a great opportunity for him if it actually works out.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on.
Yeah. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. So what are we talking about tonight here?
Tonight here we are talking about online gun stores, gun shops, and the like. John Z, I'm going to send you a link, buddy. I thought I had sent you one. Apparently I didn't.
But he can't. No, never mind. I'm not going to say anything mean. Be nice. Be good.
But yeah, we are going to discuss online gun stores and stuff like that. Just see what we do, see what we can come up with, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. And yeah, well, for the most part, I haven't really had too many of the uglies to worry about. I did have Grab a Gun get late on sending me one of my purchases, but I guess I can just say that they were extremely busy. It was around the Christmas time, so.
Yeah, the only one I've really had problems with, there's just actually 2. It's just the SETME and the SKS. So
now, with you, everybody on gun channels knows that you are a big fan of Palmetto State Armory.
Yeah.
If you could set up a tent in their showroom, I'm sure you would.
I would.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We all know. But what other gun shops online do you use on a regular basis?
Well, I only use PSA when they have deals, and and when they have really good deals. And lately, they haven't had good deals. What are the gun shops I go to? Here's something if you didn't know. I don't just want. I use Arms List a lot for some local transactions. for if I want to sell a gun locally or if I want to buy a gun locally. Use Arms List. But what story you didn't know is that if you see something on Arms List, check it out, because there's a lot of FFLs, mom and pop FFLs that are listed on Arms List and have no problem selling you a gun online and shipping it to your FFL for you.
Good information.
So I've actually bought from a couple shops off of Arms List online and just had them send it to my shop, and then do my business there, with the next check, and then take it home.
And that's the great thing about South Carolina. That Nix Tech does not take long here at all.
No.
You're normally in and out in 10, 15 minutes tops.
Well, it's a little bit more to that. I always give them my social security number so they got the right person. So, that helps me a little bit too, I guess. And I know some people say, oh, that doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Depends on if your name is a common name and if there's a lot of criminals with your name.
Well, certainly hope there's not a whole lot of criminals with your name.
What's up, fellas? How's everybody
Hey, John.
doing?
Your last name is not a common last name to begin with. So if there's the criminals popping up with your last name, I'd get worried. But
believe it or not, you'd think that, but there's actually a lot of people with my same last name around. Not so much in my area, in like the Charleston area, but say if we're talking like Virginia or if we're talking like Georgia, there's a lot of people with my last name. Figure that one out.
Well, see, I don't have that problem because most of my family is, they're spread out, but most of them are located in, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, some parts of Virginia. So, bunch of damn hillbillies.
Yeah, but your family's my relative, so it doesn't matter one way or the other.
Yeah. John Z, do you do any online gun purchases?
I don't do online gun purchases, but I do check them out for people if they have any questions about them. So some of the websites I check based on information from people on gun channels are sites such as where do you go find ranges. So there's a website, and that website for range listings is called rangelistings.com. Yeah. So if you're visiting family and you just want to happen to go to a range, maybe take them out for a birthday or whatever, and you want to find a range, it lists rangelistings.com, and you're able to find a range in the area you're near. As far as gear and firearms, ammo, and such, I'm pretty sure most people know about these sites: Ammo Grab, Grab a Gun, Palmetto, Bud's Gun Shop, Lucky Gunner, Rifle Gear, Gun.deals, iAmmo, Midway, Gallery of Guns, Brownells. Also, to interject between that, another gun site, which is not necessarily firearms, but it is a Carry Conceal CCW state reciprocity map. So you could just Google Carry Concealed CCW or CCW state reciprocity, and it'll give you a map of which states have what information based on their agreements with other states. Furthermore, other sites also for gun purchases are also Cabela's, Classic Firearms, Facts and Firearms, AIM, Surplus, Kentucky Gun Company, Gun Deals. I said that already, right? Primary Arms, Dunham Sports, and the list goes on. Thank God the list goes on, because we all know of small mom and pop shops closing, as well as some larger companies having financial issues. So,
locally, I use this shop that shoot, my mind just absolutely took a crap. I can't remember the name of the gun shop that I use. I hate it when that happens. But there is a local shop that I use. I had the owner on the show here not too long ago. Great guy, great shop. And I hate myself for not remembering the name of the shop at the moment. That's just a pain in the rear. But online, I have used Able Ammo. I have used Grab a Gun. I have used Buds. I have used oh Lord, there's so many. Several others. Palmetto. I've used Palmetto,
Big
and
fan of Palmetto.
Yep. I've never had an issue out of any of those. Like I said earlier, Grab a Gun was late with my AR, the last one I bought, and I'm just cracking that up to the fact that it was around Christmas time and they were probably a little backed up anyway. But after a week and a half went by and I hadn't heard anything about the gun being shipped, I called them up and they were like right on it. It went out that day. So, have either of you had any problems with anything getting shipped out on time or?
Some of the stuff that I've ordered, as far as gloves, eye protection, ear protection, I have not experienced any problems. It's been far and few between, but I have not experienced any issues. But again, I haven't ordered anything during what are those crazy Friday deals or the holiday
Black
specials?
Friday.
The Black Friday sales, exactly. I haven't shopped during those periods, so I don't really know what the experiences have been like for those people who have had to deal with a month, 2 months, 3 months delay. So I don't know.
Well, last week I ordered 6 magazines from I think it was Able Ammo, and man, they were here. I ordered them on Wednesday. I had them Saturday morning. So, hello, Midnight Range TM. Yes, I see.
I was gonna say something, but he
I
was
have
dying
not.
for attention. It was
I
funnier.
have not forgotten to say hello to my audience. I was just waiting until I had a little bit of an audience to say hello to. It's
I was gonna wait a little because it was funny watching him like troll your chat with that.
Okay, got quiet for a second.
Yeah, I'm just doing some grammar check for something me and Ghost are working on. So.
yeah. My computer is completely locked up on me here for a minute.
Oh, you froze up also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just. It wasn't just. Oh, my computer's doing all kinds of crazy stuff right now.
Oh my.
Hey, Ghost. I'm getting feedback from someone.
Yeah, it's probably me. My computer's all of a sudden doing something really stupid. Who else we got out there? We got Philo out there. We got RL. How you doing, RL? RL, your package will be shipped tomorrow, brother. Midnight. Ghost, how you doing, Ghost? Ghost, I sent you a leak over on the gun channel side if you want to pop in, put your 2 cents in on this. Who is over on the gun channel side?
Hey, Matt.
We have Night Strike, of course. Raphael, how you doing, Ralph? John Z, you are everywhere, my man.
I'm sorry.
Chris and Andrew Rockwell, how you guys doing? And Clover Tech, I see you on the gun channel side. Don't know if you're listening. I also sent you a link to get in here. So, Ghost, how you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Was
long time no see.
We are slowly getting a full house in here. But and never enough ammo has graced my show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a man who is feeling under the weather at the moment. We should all reach out to him and wish him a quick and speedy recovery from his illness, whatever it may be.
I'm not getting near him. I don't want to catch whatever he's got.
He's got some kind of cooties.
No, he's got the itis. We don't know what kind of itis, but it's enough of an itis to keep him out of commission.
Well, if it's cold, we know what kind of itis.
He was sounding rough last night on his show. Matt, I'd send you a link, but I'm not sure we want you in here to give it to us.
I don't know if he can talk right now. Hopefully he hasn't lost his voice.
Can you speak never enough ammo?
Did you see what he said?
He's got the gun channel AIDS. That's funny.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Oh,
probably.
Lord.
Well, Matt, all I have to say is stop hanging around Yankee, and that'll clear right up. I promise.
Yeah, what about all the other stuff he can catch from that?
There's just no telling. There's just no telling.
I mean, you keep hanging around Yankee, you're going to become a lefty eventually, you know?
Matt's technically a libertarian. He's already gone.
He's close enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more libertarian than anything, I guess. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, he said he got no voice anymore.
Yeah, I think he was just happy to make it through last night. Oh Lord, I'm not even going to touch
what
that
he said
one.
after that?
I did. I don't know if Night Strike's out or not.
He saw. He saw. But that's okay because we're letting 2-bit content creators in this chat.
That's right.
There's
At least
with
Midnight is
2-bit
building
content.
on it now.
There is
At
nothing
least
wrong
he
with
is.
a 2-bit content creator like Ghost. He puts out good stuff. Most of the time.
Most
It's
of
all
the time.
good. You know, it's what it is, guys.
You have to wonder sometimes when he, lets you on his show before his. But
You know, I'm trying to help a brother out.
yeah, I know. Give you see, that's why I like you, Ghost. You help us all out. You really do. I mean, you put us on your show knowing that your show is 10 times better than mine. But I appreciate that. I truly do. I need all the exposure I can get. I need all the exposure I can get.
You know, I tell you, we've talked about this before, but you know, it's a really exciting time right now on the YouTube and Gun Channel side of all the new guys that are turning the cameras on in the last month or so, a couple months, and really an exciting time. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, you know, look what Tardot and Gelsman, Budget, and all these guys that are Roll Call, all these guys, and you know, I wouldn't say Midnight because he's not really a new dog anymore. But you know, these guys that turn their cameras on for the first time the last couple months, and just look what they're doing. So it's a really fun, kind of a cool time to be around it.
Yep. I tell you what, and
He'd be a new dog if he lost like 100 pounds and maybe shave that mohawk.
I think he's afraid of shaving because it might not grow back. I'm just saying.
Well, I understand that fear. I'm kind of losing it up top a little bit myself. So yeah.
There you go. Hey, Ellis, Matt sent a message to you out there. Did you see it? I guess.
I've never heard of that.
RL, you're right. RL, RL. I'm sorry, I could have listed a bunch of people, but you're right. RL. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of them. It's really, really awesome. Like I said, I apologize. I didn't mean to keep you out of it, but
There's
you're part
RL,
of
there's
that
Roll
crew,
Call,
man.
there's
There's about 10 of them. It's really awesome.
Those are the ones that come off top of the head right away. There's also Wheelchair
They're
Warrior.
putting consistent stuff out. Wheelchair and that Wheelchair Warrior and Rick getting together on Wednesday nights is an awesome thing for shooting disabled. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I am having some major technical issues over here. My mic keeps going in and out. Computer's locking up. I don't know what the hell's going on. So if you lose me, that's why.
Okay.
We just thought you were ignoring us.
And Midnight Range, I'm not being mean. I'm just messing with you, all right?
But I had asked Matt earlier.
No, don't cry. Otherwise, if you do, get it on camera for us.
I don't think he has tear ducts to cry. Travi don't have tear ducts.
You know what?
Travi
You're
don't
right.
cry.
Well, unless you're P11 and you get cheated out of a Makarov.
Well, let's get this show back on topic. But before we do, I'm going to ask Matt one thing. Are you going to be able to do your show tonight or tomorrow night, do you think? Give him a few seconds to answer that.
Well, he said he needs to do a new gun channels chat just with the new guys. That would be awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool. And there's a.
He's not sure yet. All right.
Well, Ghost, let me ask you, what
Okay.
online gun stores do you use, gun shops, for your guns or equipment or ammo or what have you?
Well, I used to, well, for guns, I'll use Buds, Gun Broker. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I will occasionally go over to Cheaper Than Dirt every now and then, but usually it's Buds. What's that one? Gun Buyer. You ever seen Gun Buyer? Gunbuyer.com.
That one I've
Yeah,
never heard
I've
of.
been there.
Oh, don't forget
Gun
cheaper
Buyer. Not all the time, but
than dirt.
huh?
Don't forget
Yeah,
cheaper
I said
than dirt.
I go there every now and then, but usually it's Buds and Gun Broker. Gun Broker is probably my first choice when I go somewhere. And I actually use Gun Broker when people ask me what a value of a gun is. I go over Gun Broker because you go to these online websites and they'll ask these outrageous prices, but you go to Gun Broker and see what they've actually sold for and get kind of what a market value is for a gun. So I kind of use Gun Broker quite a bit. For ammo, when I was buying ammo, I used to go to LAX quite a bit. That they were pretty good prices. But yeah, those are the ones I typically use. Gun Broker, I'd say primarily.
Now, what's your experience been with them? Any negatives?
I have never had any negatives. I've bought several guns from them. I've never had an issue with any of the sellers. Maybe I've just been lucky with the sellers that I'm purchasing from. But typically, I'm not going to go buy from someone who's, it's their first time selling a gun or I don't know anything about them or whatever. But I've never had an issue with them. I've bought a couple guns from Buds. I've never had an issue with them. So, it's just one of those that I've never had an issue, knock on wood, with online brokers. So, yeah.
Now, I tell you, what's so funny?
Ghost is dead to never enough ammo.
I understand he doesn't like Cheaper Than Dirt, and I said I don't use them very often, but I never bought anything from them, but I do visit there. I've never actually bought anything from Cheaper Than Dirt, but I do visit there. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, I'll tell you, I like Davidsons. I have ordered a few guns off Davidsons, and it's a great company, and it's a lifetime warranty. And if the gun gets in, it's a year later there's something wrong with it, you send it to Davidsons, they replace the gun on their dime. And that goes beyond, if I'm not mistaken, that actually goes beyond the manufacturer warranties and stuff. So, you really can't beat that. So if you're worried about, warranties or such, check out Davidsons. And you go through their Gun Genie. You can select whatever you want from there, and it'll bring you up a product page for whatever it is you're looking for. And then from the product page, it'll give you local listings where you can go pick up the gun. And it's great. I've never had any problems with anything I've ever bought from Davidsons. And it's like grab a gun. I've heard people tell horror stories about grab a gun, customer service being crap, and I've never had that kind of an issue with them. But my experiences, I tend to be one of these people that shop in the same place constantly. If they do me good once, I'll go back and I'll stay there. So there's only 2 or 3 places online that I actually buy stuff from. But here lately, I've been spreading that out, trying to find better prices on certain items, and willing to give somebody else a chance and maybe see what happens. But always, when you're buying guns online, do your research. Read the reviews of the websites itself, and make sure that they are got decent ratings. Because that's
there's a website that I actually haven't used yet, but I actually got turned on to somebody. It's called MLive, and a lot of it is police auctions, guns and different things seized by police. They'll put them up for auction, and I haven't used it yet, but someone said you can get some really good prices on guns. I don't know. Have y'all ever used any of this?
I've never even heard of it.
Police auction. MLive is one. There's several of them that they said, but there's several websites that you can go on that police departments and law enforcement agencies will put up for auction seized items. Once they have no longer a use for them for I don't know if they're used as evidence or what, but they're no longer in use, so they auction them off. So I haven't tried them out yet, but apparently you can get some pretty good prices on some stuff.
What is that website again?
Let me hold on. Let me check it. I think it's called M Live. The letter M Live.com.
Well, I'm looking it up right now, and all I'm finding is
Michigan local
Live.
news. Nope, that's not it.
That's not it.
Okay, well maybe hold on. It was a link that someone put in here. Hold on, let me get my email real quick here. Hold on here. Let me get into my
and
thing.
One of the news articles on the website is 60 stitches used to treat grandmother's skull beaten by teen with bat. Oh, nice, Michigan. Very nice.
Stay classy, Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, this was guns seized by police, I guess, at this local local police department. It was a link that was sent to me, and they have AR-15. They've got a Glock 17. They've got like a crossbow, and they've got an M1. They've got a Walther. So I guess it was just this actual. It was a link about what's on auction. Okay, I got you.
So this is an actual website.
But they're talking. It was an email with somebody I should check out some of these police auction websites. So I have not done that, but that might be something cool, especially if someone's trying to get a gun for a better price. Those police auctions, I guess, could be pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And here's the thing: if you're wanting to buy like revolvers, especially old police revolvers, man, those things can be quite expensive, and they're very nice. I used to have a old Smith police. I think it was a Smith. I can't remember the model number. It was my grandfather's gun. So, and I had given it back to Mom when I left the house many years ago, and I guess she sold it. God knows why.
Yeah.
But
Philo says the website is called Bad Karma Guns.
Bad Karma Guns.
Yeah.
Bad Karma. Is that a joke or is that a real website?
Kidding. No, he was kidding.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They could be some Bad Karma guns. That's for sure.
This is true.
I've known several people that gets a little weird when it comes to buying stuff like that. I don't want to buy a gun that somebody used to kill somebody else.
You guys use Classic at all?
They have got a couple of items on Classic right now.
Not guns.
That I am seriously thinking about purchasing. Seriously. They've got this little AK 9mm that I'm absolutely loving.
Right.
It's a weird little thing, but I like it.
Classic has got some good stuff, but they kind of seem to be overpriced. A lot of their stuff.
I think it's a matter of what you buy from them.
Yeah, but then again, they also have stuff that you're probably not going to find a whole lot of other places. So that's probably why they can charge a little bit more.
I know they sell a whole lot of Century AKs.
Yeah.
I mean, but
are those the imports or are those the ones that Century's doing themselves?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'd like to be a little leery if they're not the imports.
I would like to buy an AK because I've got ARs. I figure if I got an AR, you got to have an AK to match it up with.
Sure.
It's just right now I don't know where I want to go with that. I do know
White
says, but that's about
Rich
it.
White says he got his Vepr 12 from Classic and no issues.
He got his Vepr from Classic. That's good.
I've gotten accessories from Classic, but not guns.
Well, what was their shipping like there, Nice Strike?
Their shipping sucks, quite honestly. $20 for a couple magazines, and when I say a couple, I mean 4.
Well, that's more than 2.
Yeah, I know it's more than 2.
Yeah, that would be several.
Yeah.
So more than 2 is several. I thought Correct. 7 was several.
I think 3 is several.
Only if you have your own Night Strike language.
Isn't 3 considered several?
Correct.
Yeah.
I thought 3 was a few.
I am so confused.
Please check out the gunchannels.com dictionary later.
Right.
Yeah, that's what G-Webs needs to do is put out a gunchannels.com dictionary just for gun guys for gun lingo. So everybody knows what everybody else is freaking talking about.
I
Because I'm
think
sure
that would be awesome, by the way, Ellis. Great idea.
it really would be, you know, just
I think
a
you
quick.
should jump right on that, Ellis.
No, thank you. I haven't got that kind of patience to put something like that together.
And the reason I say that is because people do have questions as far as what are some gun parts referred to as or proper terminology.
No, you know, that's really not a bad idea. So
I would agree,
G-Webs, if you're
Ellis.
listening,
Good idea.
there's that G-Webs, if you're listening, there's a product for you. Or a project for you.
I tell you what.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, you're
Rich
fine.
White says he also got 100 rounds of Wolf Double Odd Buck free with his Vepr 12.
Well, see, that might convince me to buy a Vapor 12 right there.
Dang, that's a good deal. Okay,
What?
Ghost, I'm sorry.
Oh no. The AK. If you were to get an AK, are you gonna be looking for like the classic wood stock and I mean, are you looking for
I do
what?
not want a wire stock. I want a stock. I don't want anything.
No, but I'm saying, but do you like the old traditional AK that looks like wood, or are you looking for all metal or whatever?
No, the wood's fine. I like the wood.
Okay.
The wood's
Is
good.
it now? Is it
the
the
polymer
proper
stocks are good.
wording for it? Is it Bakelite or Bake-A-Lite?
I don't think it matters.
I think. I mean, I've always called it Bakelite. I mean, it's one word, Bakelite.
Bakelite.
Okay.
There we go.
Because I recently
So
heard
I've always called
somebody
it
say
Bakelite.
Bake-A-Lite.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be. I've always said Bakelite, but I could have been saying it wrong my whole life. It's was it Bakelite? So
Yes,
I see that
Bakelite.
as Bakelite.
Bakelite, you are correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that'll be the first entry into the gunchannels.com dictionary.
Yes,
No,
sir.
I think carbine and lever needs to be the first ones in there because I'm tired of hearing carbine and lever.
First of all, it is
Agreed.
lever. Second of all, it is carbine. Thank you.
It's carbine, not carbine. Yeah, it's carbine, but it's
carbine.
lever, not lever.
It is lever. Damn it!
Uh,
It is
Jesus,
lever. It has
freaking
always
West
been
Virginia
lever.
people are weird.
Maybe, but it is lever, and I've tried to explain this to people on several occasions. It's just nobody wants to listen. You know, I have to apologize to you folks right now. I have forgotten to invite one of the Travi in here, and I try to get at least one Travi in per show to keep things. You got to keep it. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on the enemy. So P11, you just got yourself an invite if you want to jump in here. Check Gun Channel side.
And just FYI, Bakelite is also known as the silent killer because it includes components such as phenol and formaldehyde.
What?
Bakelite has phenol and formaldehyde.
Really? I just looked it up. It's supposed to be pronounced Bakelite, not Bakelite.
It's Bakelite?
It's
Really?
Bakelite.
Well, me.
How
I just looked it up.
Pronouns Bakelite.
There you
go. So John, you're going to do the whole dictionary thing, huh? The terms for gun owners. You can explain to everybody what a detent spring is and all these other wonderful things.
Yeah, the E for it's weird. They actually say Bakelite, but it's spelled Bakelite. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
RL, what are you talking about over there, buddy? He's running his mouth. Let's see here. I gotta back up and find out what's being said. What I miss. Hey Gixer, it's Ellison Jonas, so not much. You know, that's kind of rude.
That's harsh. I think RL needs to be timed out.
No, we're not going to time him out. But
Browbeat him a little.
I might have an AK-47 model kit to send to somebody else now.
Yeah, take his name out of the running.
Hey, Gixer, how you doing, buddy? Glad to have you. But yeah, apparently the Travi hasn't heard or went and checked his messages yet, or he's busy. So because he's not in here yet, which none of us is complaining about that, I'm sure. What other terms should be in this dictionary?
Well, there's a whole slew of vocabulary that you could use just off of Clover. So,
Oh God, yes, but with Clover,
he needs his own dictionary.
Yeah, because he adds letters.
Oil, instead of oil.
He adds letters. He takes certain letters out.
Sandwiches.
Well, no, sandwiches is something George W. came up with.
Like I said, CloverTech has his own.
Wait, hold on. CloverTech is from Texas, and from what I know, Ghost,
I'm from Texas.
You're from Texas, so why don't you speak Texan?
I do. There are different parts of Texas.
Did the military beat it out of you?
State, remember, Texas is not a small state now.
I live in Arkansas now, which has like the worst vocabulary in the country.
Apparently, you haven't spent much time in West Virginia.
Apparently.
Night Strike. I didn't know Texas was its own language.
Night Strike has its own language.
I wish Night Strike had his own language.
Oh Lord, we're heading down another rabbit hole. I see.
Yeah, why don't we stick to guns online? So, when I'm looking for a gun online, if I already know what I want, okay, I usually go do this. There's gun.deals. There used to be what was it? Something. Slick guns. They used to be slick guns.
Yeah.
And I go and look up there, and it'll show you if you look it up, you can find one. It'll show you the list of prices from vendors online. So other website gun stores online. There's also another one I go to. It's called Wiki Arms, and they do the same thing as well. But they don't just do guns now. They also do ammo. And if you're looking like for AR-15 parts specifically, they also have an AR-15 parts section to do that for too. So these are some two places I go if I want to look for the best price on a firearm online. So
okay, now what about for gun parts? Now we all know Brownells, we all know Palmetto. Where else would you go for just specific gun parts?
Well, it depends on the gun. Okay, if we're talking just one specific type, like an AR-15, I do know there's AR-15partsfinder.com. Okay, there's also the gun parts store online. You've heard of Numrix Gun Parts Store.
Yep,
they're one of the biggest for that. Though you can also go to Midway US. Midway, you can also go to Brownells, but I would check Numrix first, just because you might be able to get what you're looking for from Numrix.
And you also might want some specialty parts, and be willing to pay some more. So you would go to a website like Faxon Firearms.
Yeah, you could go to Faxon too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Philo says Gun Genie and Gun Finder are good too.
Those are also good. I do check those out.
And they are. Gun Genie is from Davidsons. And like I said, with Davidsons, you get a lifetime warranty on any gun you buy from them. So if it breaks 5 years after you buy it, call them, send it back to them. They'll replace it. And
nice.
And then, like I said, that goes above and beyond the manufacturer warranties, as far as I know. Don't quote me on that, but if I'm not mistaken, that's how it works. And you really can't beat that. I mean,
so Gun Genie is actually Gallery of Guns.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sean turned me on to a website not too long ago where they actually do gun financing online.
And where would that be?
And that is a whole new world for us wonderful gun lovers. And hold on, I am looking for that link. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
So Gunfinder is gunfinder.com. Because when I search
it
for
is
it, I'm getting
Fontaine
other.
Fire.
Oh, okay, it's its own thing. Okay, it's not much of a
Am-
website.
AmmoSeek is good for ammo.
Gunfinder.com is for sale. That's not an actual website.
It might be another URL, so don't always assume .com, John. You're
Oh
smarter
yeah,
than that.
that's true. All right, let me try .net.
Or why don't you just go to Google and just type in Gunfinder?
I did. I got every other website except Gunfinder. When I searched for Gunfinder, I found Gallery of Guns, Gun.deals, Smith & Wesson, Arms List, Gunwatcher. Oh, Gunwatcher. There's another site. Haven't seen
Hey,
that.
Gunwatcher's one.
Never heard of that one. All right.
Fountainfirearms.us.
Findfirearms.us. Copy that. Okay, let me put that in my thing so I can save it.
There's a picture I could use for hit or miss. No, seriously, check this out. See? That totally looks like a hit or miss logo to me.
Yeah, that's actually perfect for you.
Yeah, that's
The problem is I can actually hit the target.
Well, can you?
Hey, I've got visual photo proof that I did. So
Yeah, you've also got visual proof that you missed severely on some of those shots.
I missed 4 times.
And we still haven't seen the proof where you don't miss. So
But,
we're still waiting on that.
I want to make this distinction clear. Yes, I may have missed the area where it says where it's got numbers on it, but I didn't stray off of the target. It still hit the piece of paper.
okay.
You didn't
okay.
stray towards it either.
What about this? What about this? Maybe, just possibly, Night Strike accidentally grabbed somebody else's target as he was leaving.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Wow, guys. Seriously.
He's just Ellis is just saying you grabbed the right target.
Yeah. But yeah, you should be used to it by now. You know what
Fountain
hurts?
Firearms. Okay.
Yeah, it's Fontaine Firearms, and
Okay.
yes, if I'm not mistaken, that's how it's pronounced. You could thank Sean for that one. Finally turned me on to that particular website, and like I said, they do gun financing. And I have found out since I received this one that there are several out there that's doing it. Grab a Gun is now doing gun financing. So if you've got pretty good credit and you want to buy something and you can't really afford it right now, you can buy now. They'll ship it to you, and you have several months to pay it off. To me, that sounds like a winning proposition. But of course, you have to have better credit than what I've got at the moment to do that. So,
And we lost John.
well, he'll be back. He's always back. So Ghost, what's going on with you tonight? And what are you planning on doing for your show?
Tonight we're going to talk concealed carry, self-defense, and home defense gadgets and gear, whether it's flashlights or knuckles or pepper spray, different things that are attachments to your CCW EDC gun. The red dot, or are they a good idea or a bad idea? This, that, and the other. Then we're going to talk a little about some of the latest Second Amendment bills and news that's out there.
Awesome.
Yay.
And Night Strike, what about you? I know
you don't have to watch if you don't want to, Night Strike.
No, I'm not saying anything wrong. I just said yay.
It's like yay.
It's hard to get Night Strike excited.
It is.
And
I'm not an
just
excitable.
throwing out a deal out there. Lucky Gunner has 9mm Tula, 1,000 rounds, 115 grain, 149.
All right. Is what we're going to talk about hit or miss? It will be hit or miss when we talk about it.
So basically, means you don't have any topics yet.
I have a couple. I just don't want to. I don't want to discuss them right now.
Oh, okay. Right.
But I've got a couple topics already lined up for the chat, so we will talk about things. Things will get said.
Will you actually talk about those topics or just things in general?
We will talk about these topics.
Roger that.
But he's not saying what the topics are.
But exactly what are the topics? That's the question.
He's not going to say.
Well,
they're secret.
If you really, really want me to say, we're going to be discussing a little bit on the Remington bankruptcy.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go through that and a couple other news topics that are just has come out lately.
Sure.
I thought you were also going to mention something about getting some stitches removed.
Well, there may be some of that too.
From a terrible wound you inflicted.
Okay. That's enough.
Wow.
I mean, I'm taking it from everyone else and everyone. Just let it die, please.
Okay.
It wasn't me, Night Strike. It wasn't me.
It was not.
I'm being a good boy.
Since when?
You can ask him. Ask him. I have done my very best not to give you shit, haven't I?
Just a little bit.
I've gotten better.
Yeah.
I don't call you Joe anymore or anything like that.
All right, thank you.
Giggity.
We God.
What was that?
Oh, John.
John's been watching too much Family Guy.
You never have too much Family Guy.
I have never watched that show. Never.
Neither have I.
Yeah, maybe I'm. There's actually a few of them. I've never watched Family Guy. I've never watched that. South Park. I never watched that. What's that other one? I have watched a couple of the Simpson episodes, and the Cleveland show. I ain't watched that one either. To me, they're just stupid. And I just can't get into them.
I'm not a big cartoon. I like cartoons, but I'm not like Simpsons and all that. They're trying to make like these shows out of cartoons. I'm not a big fan of them. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I guess I got spoiled in the 80s when the cartoons were actually good.
Yeah, but those are cartoons. These are like shows that just happen to be cartoon based,
Right.
If I'm watching a cartoon, I want it to be goofy, silly, not having to think a whole lot. It's just a cartoon,
You could actually watch it with your kids without worrying about when to censor it or not.
Yeah, when the baby's going to just dog cuss you out or something,
Exactly.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
I guess it was early 90s. I was in my upper teen years, I guess, when the Animaniacs come out. I love that show.
They're bringing that back, by the way.
I would watch the hell out of the Animaniacs. I loved it. And I know it has nothing to do with the topic at hand. I know it has nothing to do with firearms, but hey, I can't help myself. The Animaniacs were just freaking cool. What were their names? Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, right?
Yeah, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
Yeah. Pinky and the Brain. Love
Pinky
those
and the
two.
Brain. There was also another one that was on one of my favorites, Freakazoid. You remember Freakazoid?
I don't think I ever watched that one either because it was just when it came to superhero cartoons, I wanted to see, a lot of action. I want to see the good guys going up against the bad guys. But I didn't want comedy in my superhero cartoons at all. I didn't want I didn't want it funny. I wanted action. If I wanted to see a funny,
I didn't mind fun like Beavis and Butthead. I didn't mind that because that was just hilarious.
Beavis and Butthead was Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis
But
and Butthead.
I was smoking a lot of dope back in those days too, so that probably might have made it a little bit funnier.
Well, see there. You
Hey,
can
RL's leaving. Take care, RL. He just dropped a new video. It just came out, went public a couple minutes ago. So he's wanting to self-promote and say, go check out the new video. So go check out
Hey,
RL's new
I
video.
dropped something too. You totally didn't mention it. No, I'm
What
just
did
kidding.
you
Don't
drop?
mention it.
What did Ellis say? Animaniacs. Yes, Ellis said Animaniacs. That's exactly what Ellis said. And you know, I have been avoiding looking over here at the gun channel, so I see what's going on over here.
Nobody's talking. Yeah.
Well, of course, Clay's running his mouth, but Clay always runs his mouth. How are you, Clay?
Yeah, we just let him be, you know.
Yeah, he just sits over in a corner and plays with himself.
I'm not even
Wow.
gonna ask how you know that about Clay.
Wow.
Yeah, just it is what it is, guys. Poor guys, you know.
I would love to hear a chat with Clay and Artisan Tony in the same, just those two
I do not
having a chat.
I'm trying to think. Has that ever happened? I don't think
know.
that's
That'd be
ever
classic.
happened, but that would be pretty good.
That'd be pretty good. And then throw in Hottie in there as a moderator, because you know we all know how Hottie can keep his cool. You know, let him just hang in there and just let him moderate. That would be great TV.
That would be award winning. I think that would definitely
Maybe throw Edge in there because Edge can get on Hottie's nerves too. So
that would probably be a 1 million view video in a matter of days.
You know, instead of the Gun Collective, we'll call it the Gun Misfits.
The Misfits, yes. Misfits.
See, we are breaking new ground on this channel all the time.
We're breaking something.
Tonight we've come out with a gun channel Misfits and
a dictionary.
Yeah, so we are on a roll here on a Tuesday night, early Tuesday night.
Exactly.
So
I'm just getting into form for hit or miss Tuesday night 10:00.
And you call him a 2-bit content creator? Self-promoted. You get promoted more than anybody on Gun Channel's Night Strike.
It is true, but I enjoy every bit of it, and everybody else does too.
Oh yeah, we just love promoting your shit. We forego our own just to promote yours. Mm-hmm. Even Matt last night. Even Matt last night was promoting Hit or Miss Tuesday night. Live on air. Everybody heard it.
Philo says Yankee and Jaeger moderated by G-Webs. No, that would be awesome.
That happened at one point. There's a chat out there on YouTube.
No. Yankee and Jaeger moderated by Eric. That would be a classic.
You're asking for an All Out War in one show, aren't you?
Yes. Haven't you heard violence and sex both sell? And you might get both in that one show.
I'm fairly certain that the only reason why Eric showed up on Hank's show was because Tim was going to be there and knew that Tim was going to take over most of the show, because I don't think he would have been there if it just been him and Yankee.
It would have been interesting, wouldn't it?
It would have been.
But we are running close to the 7 o'clock mark, which means we are about to have to cut this one off, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no!
I've got things to do this night, so I have had a blast. I want to thank my wonderful panel for being here. Ghost, you got anything to plug?
Tactical Tuesday in basically about 1 hour.
Night Strike.
Hit or miss Tuesday nights 9 o'clock, and check out the Friday Night Strike.
When did you start the Friday Night Strike?
2 Fridays ago.
2 Fridays ago.
Huh. And what's the premise behind this particular show?
It's just where I sit there and talk about stuff with the YouTube chat.
Oh, no panel, no nothing. Just you and the audience.
Just me and the audience, see where it goes. It goes down rabbit holes, I can tell you. But, we're going to keep trying until we come up with a topic.
Oh, and that's why I don't mind the panel chats. A lot of times I don't come in here with anything planned to talk about. Tonight, I had gotten to thinking earlier this morning, I was looking online at some things, different gun shops. And I'm one of these people that I will look for the best price. I will go to 5 or 6 different places, see and compare notes, see what prices are best where. And like you said, Gun Deals is a great resource for that, but it does not list everything that's out there. So I was wondering, what experiences has everybody else had with these gun shops? What and there's new ones popping up constantly.
With which ones?
Online gun shops.
Oh.
Just in general, basically. Some of my, like I said, some of my favorites is Grab a Gun. Love Grab a Gun. I have not dealt with Classic. I have bought guns from Davidsons. I love them. As far as gun parts, I've bought things from Palmetto. I've bought things from Able Ammo. Lucky Gunners. I bought stuff from them. So, so I will say this: so far from any of them, I haven't had any kind of issues at all. John Z, what says you?
Bibbity bobbity boop.
Okay, do you have anything?
I think he just had a minor stroke, but it's okay. He'll live through it.
Do you have anything coherent to say?
He's speaking R2D2 to us.
Bibbity bobbity boop.
I didn't hear a whistle. R2 whistles. Yeah. So with that,
Whoa, heard that one.
yeah, now I'm deaf. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on some typing here.
What are you?
I just want to thank you for the invite and thank you everyone for joining us. Now back to you, Ellis.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad he gave my show back to me. Wasn't that nice of him? I can always count on John Z to hand my show back to me, and sometimes it's actually in just as good a shape as it was when I lent it to him. Not often, but sometimes. Anyway, we're calling it quits tonight, guys. Y'all have a good night. And Travis P11, I sent you an invite. You didn't show up. What's the problem, guy? Come on now. I gave you the opportunity to get on here and speak the Travi piece. You blew it. What can I say? Y'all have a good night. Have a great week. And hopefully, I will see you guys Thursday. No promises. Like I said, I don't know what my work's going to be doing, but I will keep you guys informed. Have a good one, guys.
Bye, Felicia.